You go out and you buy the same thing, you put it on, look in the mirror and start wondering why your inspiration looked like a goddess in the outfit, but you look like the aftermath of an awful accident. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana, and in today's video we're talking about how to dress better every single day with minimal effort. So I used to dress so badly that it's still a shock to me when people come to me for advice on how to dress, or when people make comments like, "You look nice as always," or "That's so on brand for you." Diana, please share your secrets on how you're always serving this drip. Honestly though, if I can find any evidence of some of the monstrosities that were allowed out into the public eye, I will show you the mess that was my style. The good news is I'm doing a lot better for myself, and I certainly don't have a hard time at dressing better. And this isn't just when I make the extra effort for a special occasion like fancy dinners, birthdays or weddings, but on a daily basis with or without makeup on, and most importantly without breaking the bank. Here are some tips that helped me that I came across that hopefully will make your life easier, give you a little bit more confidence when you're walking around, and save your money. For that reason, I think it's important to highlight that these tips are for that specific area only. Having crazy, expensive, unique items in your wardrobe is not within itself a bad thing, and not sticking to these rules is not necessarily a problem. Everybody needs wow pieces, fun color combinations and all that jazz, but these tips are to do with building a wardrobe that you don't really need to think about too much, that will serve you very well on a daily basis. So tip number one is to start with basics and focus on building a classic foundational wardrobe. If you're dressing badly, it's probably because you don't have a great sense of what your personal style is, and the best way to discover it is with a blank canvas. The last thing that you want to do is to go out and start filling your entire wardrobe with pieces that are unique to a particular style, like a wildly bright girly skirt or a super gothic top. That one is probably going to be difficult to style if it doesn't fit with the rest of your wardrobe, and two, isn't going to be easy to grab for every day because of its uniqueness. You're probably going to be uncomfortable wearing it if you eventually discover it's not your style, or it's just going to be another wild addition to your wardrobe that you wouldn't be able to grab for every day. What we want is to have a great basic foundation of clothes that can all be mixed and matched together, which means we're going to want classic staple pieces that you can wear across the seasons, across the years, and in simple enough colors that they'll all go with pretty much anything. I'm talking a plain denim in basic colors: black jeans, white jeans, blue jeans, a basic white tee, a black blazer, a white blazer, a camel coat, a trench coat, black boots, cream trousers, turtlenecks. These are things that you're going to be able to wear every year until you can't fit in them anymore, because they're not going to go out of style. You're not going to have to keep replacing them, especially if you get really good quality items, which by the way doesn't mean breaking the bank, because on that note I would say be careful about investment pieces too early. Don't go and spend £200 on your first leather jacket or blazer, or any basic for that fact. Basics are meant to lay the foundations for your wardrobe and make your life easier when you get dressed. But more likely than not, you'll discover what you really love wearing on a regular basis over time. And if you change your mind, which is very likely in my opinion, you'll seriously regret spending £250 on that pair of heeled ankle boots that you've discovered that you can't walk in. I've personally discovered that I don't love wearing jeans or leather jackets or staple basics, but not for me, because I am more towards feminine, dressy clothes. The most I've ever spent on a leather item was probably £40 or £50, so I won't be mad if I never wear it again. I've discovered that I'm happier dropping a pretty penny on a lovely neutral cashmere jumper from today till the sun stops shining. Tip numero dos: pay attention to the details and avoid crazy styles. And I'm not just talking about crazy leopard print leggings or wild colors or things that are on trend. I'm looking at you perspex jeans. There's a whole host of things that can cause clothes to be difficult to style. Yes, crazy prints are in there, but sometimes something as subtle as the silhouette of an item can make it difficult to wear. You may have bought a plain white shirt, but it may be oversized or have a really prominent zip going through it, or lace up detailing, or it might even have a humongous bell sleeves. It's still a plain white shirt, but those details make it so difficult to grab for regularly because of the unique styling detail. You want to watch out for things like branding, which can do this as well. You can have clothes where the only indication of where it came from is like on the tag inside, but that could escalate up to a small like logo on the pocket, for example. It's going to be difficult to wear that white shirt with Calvin Klein going across the top more than once a week, or that lovely classic camel trench coat but with Burberry plastered all over it. It's just not the one. Also, no crazy color palettes. Nobody wants to open a wardrobe and be faced with a neon skirt and a pink top and red shoes every day. If you can style those colors easily every day, more power to you. But if not, try and stick to simple, neutral color palettes for day-to-day wear. Tip number 3 is use inspiration in the right way. Inspiration is good and I use it all the time. Pinterest, Instagram, like to know it, and back in the day, lookbook and you. But you've got to be careful. If you don't use it enough, you might struggle to find new and creative ways of putting the same clothes together in new ways. But if you overuse it, you may end up looking as confused as anything. No matter how often you're using inspiration, the key thing to remember is dress for you. How often do you see a beautiful outfit on somebody else and you go out and you buy the same thing, you put it on, look in the mirror and start wondering why your inspiration looked like a goddess in the outfit, but you look like the aftermath of an awful accident. And I think it's because so many things come into play. Things like your body type, your skin's undertones, shades that work for you, shades that don't, your hair color at the time, and of course your personal style. Because I don't care how much you like those items on somebody else, if once you put them on, you just don't feel confident, it will show and that outfit will end up wearing you, and that's just not a good look. I'm a petite girl. I have to be mindful of things that are going to cut me off awkwardly and make me look shorter. I can rarely ever buy coats that don't come in petite because I just end up looking like I've borrowed my mom's clothes. I have an hourglassy shape, but I also have a prominent double hip, so I have to be mindful of things that highlight it. I'm also not 100% sure on this, but I think I have quite neutral undertones because no matter what, I can't decide which looks better on me, whether it's warmer or cooler colors, so I just assume I'm in the middle, erring slightly more on the side of warmer yellowy undertones. So the moral of the story is, even if I like something on somebody else, before I buy it, I'll inspect whether it will fit me well and not overwhelm my frame or cut me off awkwardly. I'll hold it up to my face and get a sense of whether I feel like the color of the item highlights all the flaws in my face or hides them, or whether it looks too cool next to me or too warm. I will look at whether it fits with the rest of my wardrobe and my style. You know, how many different outfits do I think I can create with this new item and everything else in my wardrobe. It makes it so much easier to filter through the crap and take the things that other beautiful women or men are wearing and make them work for you. The next tip is sticking to the same undergarments and accessories. This one I've incorporated into my life more recently, and this is a slight side note as well, but humans can experience what scientists call decision fatigue. It's widely accepted knowledge that the more decisions that you make across the day, the poorer the decisions become. If, for example, you're asked to pick one of 2 items 1,000 times in a day, by the time you get to the 999th time that you've been asked, your brain is going to have been so tired of making decisions that decision 999 will most likely be awful. Compared to if you are asked to pick between one of 2 items, say 10 times. For this reason, you want to limit the amount of decisions that you have to make every day to keep your brain sharper and happier for more important decisions. Undergarments are a part of getting dressed and therefore a decision that you have to make one that I now don't think needs to be a complicated one. I know nobody sees them, but I think it's so important to love them and still feel good in them. But still, this should be a super minimal, low effort decision to make every day. Yes, cute bras in lots of different styles and patterns are fun, but not necessary every day to look and feel good. And they're probably more stress than they're worth if you have to think about how they'll fit with your clothes, and if you'll be able to see them through your tops and bottoms, and of course, finding matching pairs. Have your basic black, white, and skin-toned t-shirt bra because I feel like it goes with everything for every day. A skin-toned strapless bra for strapless clothes, and your fancy, complicated scoop bra that you can put on with your crazy backless deep v-neck top from Misguided. A bra for every occasion and in simple colors that you don't need to think about every day. And I think this goes for accessories too. Accessories can really add something extra to an outfit, but they don't have to be crazy different every day. I think I've worn the same watch with almost every single outfit for the last 3 years, and I've had very similar style earrings and necklaces on rotation as well. I think of it as like a mini uniform, but one that adds a little sparkle to every outfit and that I actually love. The last tip is to keep your clothes clean, ironed, and fresh. And sorry if this one's a little bit too obvious, but I think it goes without saying that it doesn't matter how beautiful your top is. If it's covered in coffee stains and wrinkles, you're not going to look presentable. Make sure your items are clean, ironed, and are not showing signs of wear and tear. So obviously wash and iron them before you leave the house, and be careful when you're eating once you're out. But slightly less obvious tips are things like depillers or debobblers. I'm just gonna go get it for you right now. This is by far one of my fave Amazon purchases. So simple, but so powerful. If you've been wearing jumpers for quite a while, it starts to get bobbles all over it just from where you've been wearing it a lot. And you can use one of these babies to refresh it. Lint rollers are the next step down if you've just got fluff all over your clothes. And a steamer could be a fun addition to your kits if you just hate ironing like me. I don't know whether it's just the steamer that I have, but I've decided that I don't think steaming is that much more efficient than ironing. It can be sometimes, but I find some like clothes can take quite a while even with a steamer versus an iron, and some items are just really awkward to steam. However, it is certainly way more fun than ironing, and anything that reduces the friction between me and a super boring task is a win in my book. These simple tips will hopefully have you on your way to looking good every day, feeling a lot more confident, and because of it, saving your money. Because you won't have to constantly go out and buy clothes because they're all difficult to style together, or they're out of style, or they just don't go with what you like anymore. And you just have to keep going out and buying more stuff. Anyway, that's all the tips that I have for you guys today. I do hope that you enjoyed the video and that you got some value out of it. But remember though that whatever it is that you decide to do or not do as a result of this video, enjoy yourself, make the most of it, and I will see you guys very soon in one of the videos that's already on my channel or in the next one. Bye!